Hello and welcome to another episode of the Triumphant Life Podcast. I am your host, Nick Trevelyan, and guys, I am pumped to have you with me today on episode 3. This is by far a topic that I am the most passionate about, and that's the 30-day challenge, which I'm going to get into here in a second. Before I do, though, from the bottom of my heart, can I just sincerely tell you guys, thank you so much for all the love, the support, the messages that we've gotten over the past 2 episodes. Man, you guys have been absolutely incredible. I'm shocked. I'm blown away. And it's really nice to hear your guys' messages and stories so far on how certain things resonated with you or what you learned. And that's why I wanted to start this. Is we just wanted to start a podcast as a way to just share with you guys some tips, some ideas and strategies and create this Triumphant Life movement to just help you, whether that's with your business, whether that's with a side hustle, your finances, whether that's with your relationships, your health, your fitness. I don't know what that is for you. You have your own goals, and I appreciate you being here as part of this. And it's just been beautiful to get you guys' comments. So like I said, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now, as I jump into today's episode, if there's something that you hear that would resonate with a friend or family member, feel free to share them the link, guys. We've had a lot of people tagging and sharing the episodes with certain people as a way of just helping them. And again, like I said, that's why we're doing this. Is I just genuinely from the bottom of my heart want to help share some ideas and share some strategies that I know can impact your life, because I've had people do that for me. And that's really what I'm all about here at the Triumphant Life is, I'm not perfect, guys. I just want to share with you some stuff that I've learned along the way that I'm actually learning myself too daily that can provide you just some help, some tips, and some resources. So welcome to episode number 3. Man, how do we unpack the 30-day challenge? It's something that I'm the most passionate in this world about. So let me do my best. So buckle up, hang on. It's going to be a fun ride. I may get excited, so you might have to turn down the volume on your phone here in a minute. But let's go ahead. So what the 30-day challenge is something that I created about a year ago. I coach real estate agents. I coach business people. And what I was finding is a lot of them were getting almost paralysis by overanalysis with these huge goals. Let's say, for example, I'll use fitness as a good example because I think it's the easiest thing for all of us to understand and wrap our heads around. Let's say you had a goal to lose 40 pounds and that goal meant a lot to you and you wanted to lose some weight, get fit, get healthy, feel real sexy about yourself. But think about the art of losing 40 pounds might sound a little overwhelming. The getting started, what gym do you go to and what workout should you do? What meal plan should you be on? Or what, should you be on keto, paleo, all that stuff. And, a lot of people would look at that 40 pounds and think, well, that's going to take forever. It might take me, 6 months or a year. And a lot of times we get overwhelmed by standing at the bottom of this huge mountain looking up. And instead of taking action, we tend to slow ourselves down and almost put off till tomorrow what we can actually do today. And I've just met so many people in my life that instead of jumping on that right away, we get so overwhelmed with how long it seems like it's going to take. We just don't get started. And I was like, wow, Nick, what can you do to help somebody like this? Because I know for a fact that if you went and maybe not lose 40 pounds, but if you lost 4 or 5 pounds, how much better you'd feel about yourself. But more importantly, the confidence you would give yourself about the fact that you just did that. What it would do is prove to you that that's possible. So I created something called the 30-day challenge. And what it is picking something for 30 days that you can commit yourself to. Something small, something easy that's going to help you get where you ultimately want to go long-term. So back to that health analogy. Let's say your goal was to lose 40 pounds. Well, could you commit to no soda pop for 30 days? Just for 30 days, not for a year. I'm just saying for 1 month, could you do this? Could you commit to no alcohol? Or could you commit to not going to fast food? I think you could. Now, it might be a little tough along the way. Don't get me wrong. It's a new habit. It's a new skill. But to do something you've never done, you have to do something you've never done. Would you agree? And so find something for 30 days that you can commit to. I'll give you a perfect example. Somebody came to me and they actually wanted to lose 50 pounds, which is a funny goal that I've just brought up that analogy. And so the goal wasn't to go lose 50 pounds. That's a long-term year goal, year and a half goal down the road, right? To fit into that dress and be all sexy. But what we did for 30 days was we had this person commit to working out 12 times in 30 days. It was 3 times per week. Well, now, if I was to tell you go lose 50 pounds, it might seem overwhelmed. But hey, all you need to do this week is work out 3 times. That's it. I need 3 hours this week. Could you do that? I think you could. I know you could because I believe in you and that's why you're here, right? This person went in and actually did the 12 workouts. And you know what happened at the end of the 30 days? They had actually lost 10 pounds. So they were literally on their way. They were literally 20% of the way there to their ultimate goal. And what it does is after the 30 days, though, is it builds confidence in yourself that you did it, that you can do that, and that it's possible for you personally. Because as we're sitting there on Facebook or Instagram looking at all the people that have already achieved that, right? A lot of times we get caught up in other people's lives and how far we have to go. But you're on your road. You're on your plan, which is absolutely beautiful. These are your goals. But for 30 days, what can you commit to doing? Because I'll promise you guys this, at the end of the 30 days, you can become a completely different person. Can you change your life overnight? No. Can you change your finances overnight? No. But what you can do in 30 days is prove to yourself that you can absolutely do that. So think about this right now. What's a huge goal that you have in any area, whether that is your business, right? Because I know on here, obviously, I own a real estate company. So I have a lot of real estate agents that I coach. I have businesses on this. Is it a business goal? Do you want to start that side hustle? Make, an extra $3,000 this month, right? Do you want to lose X amount of weight? Is there anything that you have health-wise? Is there something you could do with your relationship? Maybe your goal is to be a better spouse, more present as a husband or a wife. Could you commit over the next 30 days to doing a date night literally 4 times over the next 30 days? I know you could, because it's only a few hours, right? On a Friday night, go out, get some pizza, have a glass of wine, go to a movie, go play mini golf, be old school, have some fun, go ride some go-karts, right? I don't know what that is for you. Maybe you're really trying to be more present with your kids. Could you guys have a reading night once a week where you sit down? Now, these are just ideas. Obviously, you have your own ideas in your own family. But what I'm telling you is this. Instead of looking at the long term, the entire mountain, as big as it may seem, I'm telling you to just take a few steps over the next 30 days. Now, as I'm dropping this right now, no matter where you're at in the month, today is actually December the 14th. So most people, as I say this, are going to go, well, Nick, I'll just wait till January 1st, then I'll start my 30-day challenge. Or if you're listening to me next, on April the 15th, Nick, I'll wait till May 1st, or I'll wait till summer. Guys, start a 30-day challenge now. Now, one of the things that's really, really cool about the 30-day challenge is they can be revolving around the same goal, okay? It could be a fitness goal that you do. Every 30 days, you have a new fitness goal. For example, over the next 30 days, your goal is no soda pop. And then once you've accomplished that, huge victory, celebrate that, right? Then you could say, hey, no fast food for the next 30 days. And it just gets better. You just keep recreating yourself and setting new goals. But what I love about it is you can run simultaneous goals, right? You might have a fitness goal and a relationship goal. Or, you want to volunteer more at your church and give back and at the same time have business goal. It's totally cool. And I absolutely love this because I've watched so many lives transform. And I think we get caught up in the Instagram worlds, guys, where we see everybody that are, they're super fit or they look like they have the greatest relationship. And these are things that we want, but it might not seem possible for us. But guys, how do you eat an elephant? One small bite at a time. And I'll tell you this, if you take those small bites and these small steps, they tend to add up. And if you could just do something for 30 days, for just hear me out on this, how would you feel if you've been struggling to lose that weight, but you committed to this for 30 days and no fast food? And at the end of the 30 days, you were able to look your family in the face and say, yeah, I did 30 days of no fast food and I just lost 5 pounds on my own. Do you know the confidence that would build in yourself by being able to do that? What do you think is going to happen the next month? So when I bring up my 30-day challenge to people, they're like, well, Nick, you can't really change your life like that. Yes, you freaking can. Because if you lost 5 pounds right in the next 30 days, guess what's going to happen after that? You're going to get so excited about it, the momentum, the progress that you're making, you'll probably lose another 5 or 10 pounds that next month with your next 30-day challenge. And I've seen this happen with business people, with real estate agents, with relationships. And I freaking love it, guys, because you are not your past. And that's the thing I want you to really hear me clear on. You are not your past. One of my favorite quotes of all time right now is by Socrates. And he says, the biggest thing that we need to do is we have to stop fighting the old, right? Here's his quote. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Guys, here at the end of the day, we don't care what you've done in the past. None of us are perfect. We're all human beings. Would you agree on that? We've all made mistakes. Guys, I'm the first one to tell you, I've done dumb really, really well. I've done stupid. I've made some really, really horrible decisions in my life, right? Whether that was with your health, your fitness, your businesses. I've made business decisions that cost me tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? I've also done some things that made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. With your health, right? We do things. Should I have eaten that deep dish pizza? No. I know I shouldn't have, or gone on that fast food bender, right? I get it. You got too much ice cream in the fridge. I understand that. But today, I'm giving you permission right now to put all that in the past, to just say goodbye for now. Could it come back one day? Sure, that's up to you. All I'm saying is this. Your future is not created by what you've done in the past. You are not driving your vehicle right now, staring in that rearview mirror, saying, woe is me. God, I should have eaten better, or I should have never said that to my girlfriend or my husband, or God, I should have been more present. Guys, I'm the first one to tell you, we've all made those mistakes. But you cannot recreate a beautiful future by reliving in the past. If you look at it this way, in the story of your life, right, there's a book. There's many chapters in that book. But the best part is you hold the pen on how that book's going to finish. I don't care how the book started. Maybe it's your upbringing, some decisions you've made wrong. Maybe you took the wrong turn, the wrong job, the wrong person. Just really doesn't, it's all different, right? But what you can do is write a new story. And I found that if you commit to something, again, commit for 30 days, it can completely change your perspective on the entire world. They say it takes 21 days to build a habit. Well, the reason I created the 30-day challenge is it's 1 month of your life that gives you an opportunity to pick any area that you want to grow and change and thrive in. And in 30 days, start those habits to get there. Now, a couple warnings as you're starting a 30-day challenge, because you might be getting excited going, Nick, oh my God, I want to do this, right? Is bite off something that you know you can handle. For example, if you wanted to lose those 40 pounds, I'll just use this as an analogy again, because it's super easy for all of us to wrap our heads around. If you're on here and you're like, Nick, I'm a business guy, guys, I'm using this as an analogy so you get this concept, right? We can talk business later, message me. It's what I do. I'm a business coach. So right now, though, the fitness analogy is a good one. But if you said, all right, Nick, I'm going to lose 40 pounds. Okay, cool. So I'm going to work out 5 hours a day for 30 days. Guys, that's unrealistic, because what's going to happen after 2 days? You're going to be sore as hell and you're not going to want to do it. Now you're linking up pain instead of pleasure. What could you do? For example, let's say you really wanted to get your fitness going. Could you go on a 20-minute jog 3 times a week, 4 times a week? Yeah, it's not that hard, right? Could you go on a walk every morning with your spouse and have a cup of coffee? Yep, you could do that. Could you call an extra 5 clients this day? Yeah, you absolutely could. You know, for my realtors on here, I'll throw you guys a bone. Could you do an extra open house each week for the next 4 weeks? Yes, you could. And then that adds up to 4 more open houses and X amount of clients and X amount of deals, right? Whatever that is for your goals, guys, commit to something that you can actually commit to and stand strong on. One for mine I did for 30 days was no alcohol for 30 days, right? Now, during football season, it's really, really hard to walk in and watch my Chicago Bears with no booze, right? But this is one thing that meant a lot to me because I had other meanings behind that. There was other people that was driving that I wanted to be present for, that I wanted to be there for, and I wanted to make proud, okay? And I did this for actually 45. I rolled over and went for 45 days. And so could you commit to something? So for me, it was just no booze. So there was just no questions. When I walked in somewhere, Nick, do you want a glass of wine? No. Do you want a beer? No. Do you want a shot? No, right? Simple, for 30 days. And what I did for me, and this is a little trick for you guys that I absolutely loved, was I actually put a calendar on my fridge. And every single day I would go up and I would put an X on the day that I made it. And what's really cool, guys, is that shows you your progress. So whether you go get a calendar or just jump on Google and print one off of your phone, off of your computer, off of your phone. I don't know what that is for you, but for me, the art of going to my calendar every day and putting an X, I was so proud to put those X's down. Because as I look back after a week, guys, I had 7 X's. Right? I'm like, wow, I'm 7 days into this, whatever that was. Maybe it's no fast food for you, okay? If you want to feel a little bit better, less sluggishness, right? Maybe you don't want your kids to go through the drive-thru either. So maybe you guys commit to no fast food, no McDonald's, stuff like that, healthier meals, okay? Could you imagine after 10 or 12 days, knowing that you had done that yourself and put those X's down? How more motivated are you to continue the next 15 or 16? You're stoked, right? Because you don't want to get that far in and slow down or stop, right? Because you've already accomplished this. And what tends to happen is by having this visual representation, guys, is it adds fuel to that fire. You're on this podcast for some reason. You saw me on Facebook or online and downloaded the podcast because you want to make change in one area of your life or many areas of your life. And that's what we're about here at the Triumphant Life, is to give you guys some ideas, some tips, and strategies. And so I know you want more out of some area of your life. So make that happen. Guys, stop waiting. Start that 30-day challenge today. So right now, as you're hearing me, what are some 30-day challenges you could go with? Maybe do it even as a family. Maybe you guys take the dog to the doggy park 4 times over the next 30 days. How would that feel? Like, really think about that. But instead of living in the past of, man, we didn't make time for this, or my fitness hasn't been a priority, or my business, I haven't done so well. Stop living in the past. Rewrite the new story. The best way to do that, guys, is to get momentum. And more importantly, though, prove to yourself that it's possible. Because by you doing this 30-day challenge, it's not me doing it for you. It's not somebody else doing it for you. It's you doing it for yourself. And that's why I freaking love this, and I love you. Because if you commit to yourself to doing it, you just prove to yourself that that is possible. Just like the example I used of that person losing 40 pounds. After their first month down 10 pounds, how much confidence do you think that they had in themselves to keep going? That momentum, that excitement, the thrill of that, right? And now I get to see this person today buying new clothes, right? Having to get rid of their old wardrobe, down 50 pounds. So instead of standing at the bottom of the mountain looking at how far it's going to be to go and how many steps you have to take or how long that's going to take, break it down, guys, into something that you can manage for 30 days. Again, I don't know what that is for you. Everybody's got their own goals, but this is the beauty of the 30-day challenge, is it can apply to any area of your life that you want to achieve in and do more in and be more in. And guys, I hope you can hear the passion in my voice and in my heart right now with this 30-day challenge, because it means the world to me that one, you're here listening to us, which is awesome. And thank you for that. But two, I just want to be just an idea, a strategy, a share for you to help get you in that right direction. Because I know we all have a past, right? We all haven't been perfect. Because if we are, we're not perfect, right? But what you can do is pick up where you were and where you left off and start new. And you can start building the new today and stop focusing on the old. And I've just found that the 30-day challenge system is the best way to do that, because it builds that momentum, it builds that confidence, and it gets you going. And what happens is at the end of the 30 days, you're a completely different person. I'll give you guys a really quick example for myself. Is I had a goal last year to get really, really fit in the best shape of my life. And for me, I knew that I had to get up every morning and work out, because just with the day and owning 4 businesses, it just wasn't going to happen. And so I committed myself to working out for 20 minutes a day. Now, it might not seem like, Nick, you got to hit the gym for like 2 hours. Yeah, that might be your goal, to like bulk up and be shredded and be a bodybuilder. I just wanted to feel good. I needed to work out for about 20 minutes every single morning and get my blood pumping, get my oxygen going, and keep that momentum going. And I remember I committed for 30 days to just working out 20 minutes a day. And it might not seem like a lot, but to me, it was the world, because those were my goals. And so, certain mornings I'd get up and go run for 20 minutes, go for a quick jog, or take my dog for a run, or I went for a hike for 30 minutes one day, or, went for a quick little workout. And maybe you work out a little bit more, but those were my goals. And I'll tell you guys this, I had it printed out on the calendar. I shared it on Facebook, where I kind of made it public, right? So people could support me and rally around me. But I knew by making it public, I had to own up on that. And I'll tell you, there were some really, really cold mornings when I didn't want to get out of bed, or I was sore, or I was stiff. But I had committed to not like this crazy thing. It was just 20 minutes. And for me, all I had to do each day was just get through those 20 minutes. And I remember coming in and scratching off the calendar. Do you know how proud I was at the end of the 30 days to have worked out every single day for 30 days? I was the proudest dude on planet Earth, because it was something that I was just kicking myself for, that I hadn't worked out enough in the past. And at the end of that 30 days, you know who did that? I did that, right? That was my challenge. And I'm challenging you right now. Pick something that you want to be more in, do more in, and achieve in, and commit to it, guys, for 30 days. I don't know what it is for you. I'd love to hear about that in your goals one day, but there's something in your life that you want to make a change in. There's something out there that you want to do, whether that's to make more money, lose more weight, be a better spouse, have a better relationship with your girlfriend or boyfriend, be a better father, give more to the church and volunteer, start a food drive, a toy drive. I don't know what that is to you, but that's the beauty, is that's your goal. But find something over the next 30 days that you can do. Maybe it's just getting back to church. Could you go to church 3 times out of the next month? I'll give you one Sunday off. You can go watch football, right? Could you do that? Yes, guys, you're talking literally an hour a Sunday. Over the month's time, you're talking 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, right? Same with your date nights or your workouts or your business planning, whatever that is. Could you read more? Hell yes. Could you pick up a book right now and say, hey, you know what? I've been horrible about reading, whether that's the Bible or a business book or whatever you have going on in your world, and read a chapter a day. What's it going to take you? 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Let's be real here. So what you're saying is, I don't have enough time, right? Nick, I'm busy. You don't get it. No, we all have the same amount of time in the day. We're all allowed 1,440 minutes, right? What you're saying is that's not a priority for me. And back to my workouts, right? I was saying, oh, I'm too busy. I got all these businesses going on. I don't have enough time. No, rephrase that. That wasn't a priority. And so once you break it down to the simple, Nick, do you really not have 20 minutes a day to spare to go jog? Trust me, I can look at your Netflix time counter and your TV counter and see how many videos you've been streaming, how many shows you've been binge watching. Could you take that at night, and instead of watching that extra episode of The Office, if you're like me, streaming on Netflix, and read for 15 minutes before bed? Yeah. But how would you feel at the end of the 30 days? You might have read 2 books. How would that make you feel? Whether that was a business book or just a fun book. Maybe you're reading the Bible. I don't know. How would you feel at the end of the 30 days? Do you think you'd have more momentum or less momentum? A ton more, right? Would you be more excited to keep going in the next month? And guys, that's the beauty of progress. That's how progress happens, is you don't eat an elephant overnight. You eat it one bite at a time. And those pounds start to come off every meal that you have, right? The income starts to grow every extra call that you make or every little bit more that you do. The knowledge starts to grow every chapter that you read. The relationship gets stronger. You and your kids get closer. Whatever that is, your spiritual connection gets better. And so guys, I just hope that in today's podcast, in today's episode, this is something that I can help you with. Now, I'd love to hear what your 30-day challenge is. If you had one, feel free to post one on Facebook, Instagram me. But guys, I'm just encouraging you to get started today and stop living in the past, because I know where you're at. And that's why you're here, is we tend to reread the same chapters over and over and over in the same mistakes that we've made. And there's only one way to grow, and that's to move forward today and to put all of that behind you. So moving forward, what is something that you can commit to for the next 30 days? I know you can. I know you can do it. I believe in you. And we're here every step of the way, guys. So if you like today's podcast, guys, please share this with a friend. I'd love to hear about your 30-day challenge, their 30-day challenge. And I'll tell you this, the funnest thing is to do it with a friend, is if you guys challenged each other together. For example, let's say your goal was to run 1 mile 3 times per week. What if you and a girlfriend did that together? Like, how fun would that be? Where maybe it's a neighbor, maybe you guys met up to go on that run, or maybe you did it separately and then shared ideas. How cool would that be, right? If you did that together, or, you guys commit to something as a family, and maybe you guys go do something as a family, right? I don't know what that is for you. You find an accountability partner that's been trying to grow their business, trying to grow their hustle, and you guys go do something together. That's the beauty of this, is you guys can do this together. You can put it out there on Facebook. You can have your friends and family encourage you and support you. And that's all that matters, is once you get that momentum, once you start feeling that you can do this, believing in yourself that you can do this, guys, at the end of the 30 days, you're going to be a completely different person. So can you change your life overnight? No, but you can in 30 days. Now, hear me out on that. Obviously, it's going to take more time than that. But at the end of the 30 days, you've built up that confidence that you needed to get there. So, guys, hopefully you like this episode. If you did, share it with a friend. Like I said, hit me a message. Let me know how much you liked it. Also, coming up on episode 4, I have the coolest episode planned for us with Mr. Nate Palmer, author of Passport Fitness and founder of Nate Training Systems. And Nate talks about nighttime routines and morning routines. That's really going to help us too with this movement. So in the Triumphant Life pod, the first couple, we talked about my story and how to get started, right? Coming out from back surgery and starting there in baby steps. And today you guys just heard me very passionately and excitedly tell you about the 30-day challenge, which is awesome. Now, that's going to take some energy and some new routines. So what we have Nate on for episode 4 is to talk about how to get better sleep and actually get more energy in the mornings out of those routines. So really excited for episode 4. But guys, I started with this. I'm going to finish with this. This has been a goal of mine for a while, and I've been asked by a lot of people to really just start sharing my message, my story, my tips, and my strategies. And guys, I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm not here just trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm running side by side with you in this Triumphant Life journey. Right? Like, that's the beauty of it, is on a daily basis, monthly basis, no matter what goal you've hit or how far you have to go, we're always reinventing ourselves. So I'm running this side by side with you, but your comments, your messages, and the stories I've heard so far, guys, get me out of bed, get me jacked up, get me lit up, and want to make me give more, do more, and be more. And that's what we're all about here at the Triumphant Life movement, is to just help the achievers of the world, just give you an idea, a tip, a strategy, a story, anything. A little bit of inspiration, a little bit of push in the right direction, give you that love, that support, and that encouragement that we know that you need to live that triumphant life, whether that's with your fitness and your health, whether that's with your business, your side hustles, making money, your finances, your family, right? And that's all that matters, right? Your spiritual connection with your spouse, with your relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know what that is. I love your goals because they're your goals. But hopefully I've just been able to share a little bit of help to get you there. So guys, I can't wait to see you on episode 4. I love you, and we'll talk to you soon. Rock on. And until then, live that triumphant life.